Welcome back to another Championships predictions video. We have reached game week 18. Last week though, in game week 17, Mark Chapman and Mirox came away with 16 points each, and Mirox actually came away with 3 perfect scores. For the overall league table now, Mark Chapman leads the way on 146.5 points, so congratulations on that lead, Mark. Let's hope we can catch up with him. So swiftly moving on to game week 18, opens up with Birmingham City against QPR. QPR in fine form. I'm going to go for a 2-1 away victory. Only 2 wins in the last 7 matches for Birmingham City. Next we've got Bristol City coming up against Swansea, a kind of 7-side derby, you could say. Swansea good victory over Cardiff last weekend, even though they were helped by a very early sending off. Bristol City 2 wins in their last 7, so I think this one's going to end up all square at Ashton Gate 1-1. Then we move on to Burnley coming up against Reading. Burnley now top of the Championship. Reading, you never know what you're going to get with them. A good win in their last match though against Bristol City, but ultimately I think Burnley will win this one 2-0. Then we've got Cardiff City coming up against Rotherham. Cardiff really need to pick up some points now, losing their last 3 matches, and Rotherham have only won 2 of their last 7 matches. A tight match at the Cardiff City Stadium, but I can see the Bluebirds ultimately winning this one at 1-0, but they will be without Callum Robinson. Next up we've got Coventry against Blackpool. Coventry turning their fortunes around now, 1 defeat in their last 7 matches. Drew last time out, but it was 3 victories before that. And Blackpool up and down their form, going away to Coventry though. I think they'll find it very difficult and go for a 2-0 victory to the Sky Blues. They've got Huddersfield at home against Millwall. Millwall in a rich vein of form, winning their last 4 matches. Huddersfield not too good at the moment. They did get a draw last time out against Middlesbrough 0-0, but I think Millwall will edge this one 1-0. We've got Hull City coming up against Blackburn Rovers. Blackburn 3 wins on the bounce now. Hull City though, after a very stuttery sort of bit of form, they've won now their last 2 matches against Blackpool and Rotherham, but this is going to be a tight match, but I can see Blackburn Rovers winning this one 2-1. Then we move on to Luton against Sunderland. Now Luton getting thumped last time out against their near rivals Watford 4-0. Sunderland not too clever themselves, only 1 victory in their last 7, so I can see a win for the Hatters in this one. They'll see them return to winning ways 3-1. Then we got Norwich coming up against Stoke City. Norwich only 1 victory in their last 7, and that was 7 matches ago. Stoke City 2 losses now on the bounce. Can Norwich get back to winning ways? Started off the season quite well. I think they will win this one. It's going to be a very tight affair, but I can see the Canaries winning this one 1-0. Then we move on to Preston against Middlesbrough. This one's got 0-0 written all over it, and I've gone for a 0-0 draw in this one. Then we can move on to West Bromwich Albion against Sheffield United. Difficult one to predict this one, because Sheffield United have dropped off a cliff themselves. However, they did draw last time out in an entertaining 2-2 draw against Norwich. West Brom in the relegation zone at the moment. A difficult loss to take against Millwall last time out as well. And I think Sheffield United are going to go away to the Hawthorns and come away with all 3 points, and I see them winning 2-1. Then the final fixture of this game week sees Wigan Athletic coming up against Watford. Wigan, terrible form themselves, looks like they're dropping down the league. They're in for a relegation scrap this season now. Watford, a good victory last time out against Luton. They did lose prior to that against Millwall, who have been in fine form, but they did beat Norwich before that. Yeah, Wigan aren't looking too clever. They got a big strong side, but I think Watford's quality will shine through in this one, and I'm going to go for a 2-0 away victory to the Hornets. So that concludes my predictions for game week 18 of this Championship season. Make sure you leave your predictions over at the Super Brew website. We've got a few weeks to go now before the World Cup kicks in, so yeah, it's exciting stuff at the top of that predictions table where Mark Chapman leads the way. Let's see if we can catch up with him. But for now, I'll bid you all farewell. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you all in the next video.